Alright, what is going on, everybody? If you're looking to get the Xenophage exotic in Destiny 2 The Edge of Fate, this is going to be a in-detailed video on how you can get that. So, first what you want to do is complete the Shadowkeep campaign. Or if you don't want to do that, because I'm on a brand new account, you could just have somebody load you in to the dungeon, which is actually what I'm going to do for this video, because I'm too lazy to do that campaign again all the way through. I've already done it on so many different characters. If you do need any help getting the Xenophage exotic if you are a solo player, and this might seem too hard, it's not that bad. I'm doing it on a new light account just to show it's not that bad. But come by the stream, kick.com/Triggs, Trigz, and I will help you get the Xenophage exotic. So getting right into the video, I'm going to show you everything that you need to know step by step, even if you haven't done the dungeon. So the first thing you want to do is load into the Sorrow's Harbor over on the moon. And once you load in here, you want to get on your Sparrow, which mine is very slow because this is a new light account. And we're going to go up the staircase here and just go forward. I'm not going to go too fast. I can't even go fast if I wanted to. So when we get where all these sparrows are, you're going to jump off of it. And we are going to go to the left. And just keep running this way. And then you're going to see this pillar here. Just take a left. And once we get, you'll see this light. We want to go past it a little bit. And instead of jumping down, we're going to jump up here to the right. You're going to see this staircase here. And you want to interact with these statues in the order that I interact them with. So we're going to start on the far right one. Then we're going to go to the close right one. Then the close left one. And then the far left one. And once we do those in that order, this chest here is going to spawn in. When you collect the loot, you will be rewarded with the Strange Hive tablet. So what we want to do now is go over to Eris Morn. And we want to talk to her over in the Sanctuary. Once we're in the Sanctuary, just head over to Eris Morn. And she's going to give you the quest line for the exotic, which is going to be called the Journey here. So once we grab it, it is going to say that we need to emerge from the dark. So what we're going to want to do is over here in the Sanctuary, we're going to get on our Sparrow. And we are going to go to the right. And just follow the path that I take. And what this step is going to be is just grabbing a fire charge and just lighting plates with it. It's really easy. You have to do it in the order that I do it in. If you don't do it in that order, it will mess it up, and you just start from the beginning. It doesn't take all that long, and there's about a 45-second timer in between each plate that you have to light. So when we get over here, you're gonna see all these buildings. You'll see this little yellow building with an opening to it. So this is the plates that I was talking about with the light here. So we're gonna grab it. We're going to light this plate here. And actually, we have a minute, not even 45 seconds, so plenty of time. So we're going to run past these enemies. What you can do is jump and use your melee. You can go a little bit faster, which makes it easy to make it in that timer. And once you get over here, we're going to jump up. We're going to light this next one. Then we're going to turn around. Right where all those shanks were coming out of. We're going to go in this building here. And we're going to light this plate. Then we're going to continue through the door. We're going to jump up. We're going to jump up here where these little pillars are. The next one is on top of it. So we jump up. We light that plate. Then just follow me. We're going to turn around. Go to this plate right here. If this is too fast, just feel free to pause the video. I'm not going too fast though. I'm gonna light this one here. And then the final one is gonna be up on this little dome. Jump on these rocks. Jump up. Plenty of time to make it to these plates. We're gonna light our path here. And it says we are ready to emerge from the dark. So we have a little waypoint that we're gonna run over to. And once we emerge from the dark, it is going to give us our next quest step. So now what it wants us to do is go in these lost sectors and find the fragments within them. So all you got to do is go in each of these lost sectors. Since you are already in the Anchor of Light, we're going to do the Anchor of Light lost sector first. So it doesn't have to be in any order. You can do them in whatever order you want. But since we are in this area, we are going to head over to the lost sector here, which I'm going to show you the location of each of the lost sectors as well. I'm not going to show you me, like, killing all the enemies, because that's just kind of what you're going to be doing that yourself. But this is the lost sector entrance here. And what we got to do at the end is we have to shoot a, like, code into the wall, which is going to give us a chest. So in order to do that, you need to kill every enemy in the lost sector to do so. Now, if you do mess up any of the codes within any of the lost sectors, like, let's say you shoot it out of order, unfortunately, what you have to do is run completely out of the lost sector to refresh it, and just run through it again, kill all the enemies, and re-enter the code in the correct way, which I'm going to show you. So I'm going to cut to me at the end of this lost sector here, and just to confirm, we are in the Anchor of Light lost sector right here, which is called the K1 Communion. Alright, so once you kill the final boss, what you want to do is clear out the whole lost sector. So all these enemies are going to spawn in once you're done. Once that light comes back on, what we want to do here, we're going to interact with the chest here. And this doorway is going to open. And once we go up these stairs, so once you get here, you want to shoot these symbols in the order that I tell you to. So basically how it works is the top row, we have the middle row, and the bottom row. So what we're going to shoot first is we're going to shoot the bottom left symbol. Then once it refreshes like that, we're going to shoot bottom right. Then the top middle symbol. Wait for that. And then the top middle symbol again. And if you do it in that order, it will work. You're going to collect the loot, and that is going to be that first path fragment that we need. So what we're going to do now is head over to the Sanctuary, and we're going to head over to the Archer's Line Lost sector, which is the K1 Logistics. Now, if that code didn't work for you, what you got to do is load back to the Sanctuary or just run out of the Lost sector, travel back there, kill all the enemies, kill the boss, and then go up there and just shoot it again, and it will work for you. If you're having any issues, come in the stream on any of this, and I will help you get it done. So once we get that one done, we're in the Sanctuary. We're going to go left this time. Quick shout out to whoever that is on TikTok. Big dubs. Just keep following the path that I take. I'm sure a lot of people have probably farmed this at some point here recently in the solo ops playlist. You should be familiar with this one, but if you aren't, no worries. So when we get here, just going to jump down. And then same thing as before, kill all the enemies, kill the boss. And once the boss is dead, I will show you the code that you put in on the wall. Alright, so the boss is dead. I've looted the chest. What we want to do is head back straight through this door. And once we get up here, we're going to see another set of symbols. Same thing as before, shoot them in the order that I call them out. So starting off, we have the top left symbol. Then bottom left. Then middle. And the middle right symbol. And once that's done, we loot the chest, we will get the next fragment. And then what we want to do is we're going to load back to the Sanctuary one more time. We're going to head over to the Hellmouth and do the K1 Crew Quarters Lost Sector next. Alright, so in the Sanctuary, same path, we're going to go to the left. And just follow the path that I take once again. Alright, you're going to see this building here. We're going to go through it. Then we're going to jump down. And this lost sector is a little different. You actually don't have to kill any of the enemies in the boss to shoot the code for this one. However, it does require some jumping, so if you just want to do the lost sector normally, kill the enemies, and then shoot the code, that's okay. But if you don't want to do that, save a little bit of time. If you're, decent at jumping, I'm going to show you a quick little, I don't even have any jumping stuff on, like no lion rampants, nothing like that. You just kind of jump up here like this. All these platforms, right? Go on these rocks even if you need to. And you just jump up and there's no enemies, nothing. Or if you don't want to do that, if you're not the best at jumping, no worries. Just kill all the enemies. Head that way. And we'll have you go up here. You'll kill the servitor boss, loot the chest, and then you shoot the code. So for the code, this is actually a longer code compared to the first two. But I won't rush through them. And once again, they are on the screen as well if you just want to pause a video and shoot them yourself. So starting off at first, we have the top right. Then we have the middle left. Then middle. Then bottom middle. Then the bottom right symbol. Then bottom right again. Then bottom middle. And bottom middle one more time. And that will spawn in the chest and give you the third fragment. For the final one, we're going to head over to the Sorrows Harbor and go in the K1 Revelation Lost Sector next. All right, and once we're in the Sorrows Harbor, let's follow the path that I take one more time. This one is pretty close to where you spawn in as well. But it can be a little tricky. As you see, we jump down here. There's going to be this little cave entrance. We are going to go through it. And same thing, kill all the enemies, kill the boss. There's actually a bunch of enemies that will spawn in after you kill the boss. You got to kill all those, and then the doorway will open, which I will show you where that is. Also, really quickly, if you're doing the Lost Sector and you're a little confused on this one, all you do is you kill the wizards, and then it lets you break these crystals. And then you just go to the next one, kill the enemies, kill the wizard, and break the crystal. So if you are confused, I just wanted to explain that because some people might not know how this Lost Sector works. And once you break all of them, you just break that final crystal and the final boss will spawn in. All right, and once they stop spawning in, we're going to jump up and go up the stairs. And we will see the final code that we need to shoot. So starting in the order, we're going to shoot middle left. Then middle. Then middle again. Then middle left. Then top middle. Then bottom middle, then the middle symbol, and finally the middle right symbol. And if you do that correctly, it will reward you with the chest here for that final fragment. Now, you don't gotta go super fast when shooting those. If you did miss it, just like I said, load back in. Now what we need to do is we need to go into the dungeon itself, and it says path uncovered. So this is a part where I'm gonna have somebody load me into the dungeon real quick. However, if you did the campaign, you could just load yourself in. And I will show you how to do the opening part of the dungeon, which you need to know in order to move on to the part where we need for this quest step. Big W's to Gray for loading me into the dungeon. And once we load in, I'm not really going to cut out too many parts on this just to show you how the opening of the dungeon works. So all you have to do is you're going to get 3 symbols. Now these symbols are different for each time you do the run. So my 3 symbols are going to be different from the 3 symbols that you need to do, but the concept is still the same. So if you are completely confused on what to do, I will show you, so don't worry. And like I said, this is the part where it is harder to get the stuff done for the exotic. So if you do need help, once again, just come by the stream. I will gladly. This will probably take us in total like 15 to 20 minutes versus hours doing it solo. So if you're struggling, don't struggle. And we'll also get you in our clan. You know what I mean? You are starting off or maybe a returning player. Love doing all sorts of raid helps, exotic helps, really whatever. Been doing it for years now. So it's like the 10th time I've made an updated Xenophage video. So when we get in to the dungeon, you're just following the path that I take. There's a rally there, but I don't have any rallies, so I will not be placing one. So how this dungeon works, really quickly, I'm not going to give like a full in detail breakdown. But how it works is there are symbols scattered across the encounter here. So you're going to have 3 of these that you need to go to, and there's going to be a mini boss that you need to kill. So in order to kill those mini bosses, your weapons will not do damage. We're going to jump down here and go to this symbol here, which is the A symbol. we're going to kill the Pit Keeper, which is going to open the door. When this door opens, there's going to be a sword bearer. So these are my 3 symbols here. This is how you find them. These are going to be different than what you have. I have the, like, 3 lines, hamburger, and the X symbol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the sword bearer here. I'm going to grab the relic. And I'm going to head to the symbols here and kill the mini-bosses with this sword. Now, you will run out of ammo. In order to get a different sword, you just go to a symbol that you don't have. Kill the Pit Keeper and the sword bearer that is in that room, and that will give you a sword. So my first symbol is going to go to hamburger down here. Or sometimes it will randomly spawn in, like where you are, like on this bridge. You could spawn in, for example. It's just kind of random. I'm headed to my first symbol here. When we get down here, we're going to look for the Pit Keeper. So the Pit Keeper dies. You could use your guns for this. So the first one is a Shrieker. So all you have to do in this one is just use your block button and aim at the Shrieker with your block button. Doing so is going to shoot the Shrieker shots right back at it, and it will ultimately kill it. So once that one is dead, that one's like the easiest. Oh, look, there's a sword bearer right there, so that's pretty convenient. I don't need a new sword yet. But what we're going to do is we're going to head to the next symbol. I almost died there, honestly. So luckily, my next symbol is really easy to get to. It's right next to it. I will show you the next boss. So it's either going to be a wizard boss or a knight with a bunch of mini thrall. So we go in here. So this one is the knight boss, which isn't too bad. You just kind of use your normal attack and then your super when you have it charged up. Now, sometimes there will be a bunch of thrall that spawn in as well. They do a lot of damage, so make sure you do kill them. The damage they do will add up. Just waiting to get my health back. But this one, not too bad. Just don't play too aggressive. I just completely whiffed that that super, but that's all right. All right. I'm going to show you how to get a different sword anyway. Alright, so that boss is dead. The last symbol we need is the X symbol. And that is going to be the wizard boss, which is probably the harder of the 3. Because that is only your heavy attack that does damage. And there's 2 other wizards in there that do a decent amount of damage. So what I need to do is head over to the X symbol, which is all the way up there. So in order to get up, they have these lifts. Or I guess elevators all throughout the encounter. There's actually a sword bearer right there too, which I probably should have killed, but that's alright. Then you just head over to the next lift. Wherever you are, there's lifts like all throughout the encounter and by each symbol as well. The X symbol is that way, so I'm going to get off here. However, backwards R is right here, which isn't one of the symbols I need. So a sword bearer will be in there. So what I'm going to do is kill him to get my sword. Then I'm going to head to my final symbol here. Now, if you are confused on where your symbols are, they are right above where you have to go. So as you see, the X symbol is above the pathway where I need to head to. So I'm just following this. Run past it. Be careful for these ogres, too. These ogres will melt your health bar. I'm just only going to kill this one. I'm getting scared. Alright, so I'm at my final symbol. I will kill this Pit Keeper here. And what you want to do in this room, there are 3 wizards. 2 of them you can do damage with your weapons. So I'm going to kill the wizards first, and I can kill. And then the final boss, as you see, it will be immune with my guns. And instead, I just like to jump and use my heavy, but just the heavy is fine. But you see how quick your health bar goes down when she starts lasering you. So kind of hide behind the pillar or like play by it. So when she starts shooting, you just take cover and don't take damage. There is splash damage, so if I stand close to it, it will hit me. But you play it safe, you'll be alright. Alright, and once that final one is dead, it's going to say Disciple of the Broken Blade falls. Going to come out of here. And we're going to see a shining green light. Now, this is in the same spot every time. So you just head over to it. Just jump down. You don't have to do what I just did either. Going to kill the Pit Keeper here. And it will say the way is open. You'll get some old loot, which is kind of irrelevant now, but it's there. And if you are helping any friends through this, what I love to do, alright, is I like to troll people on this part. Where you really need to make it up to is that platform there. However, if you tell like one of your buddies that they need to go in there or there, it's actually going to shoot them out and they will fall off the map. And it's a ton of fun to watch your buddies fall through that. So if you're doing it with any friends and you want to troll them and you're using this video, please do and say that's courtesy of Triggs. But if not, you don't want to do that, just follow the path that I take. We're just going to jump up onto these platforms here. One at a time. We don't got to rush. Once we get to the top, just be careful. I like to go around them. They will, like, shoot out. I'm trying to do it just to show you. So there you go. That will shoot you out of them. That can be a lot of fun. Then you jump across to this one. We're going to reveal the path's end. And it will say path's end located. So that is the next step that we need to do. So you just jump up. It is the second one at the top to the left. Really easy to make it up to. It's not that bad at all. If you have grapple, makes it easier as well if you're not the best at jumping. That's alright. Then we're going to jump back down here. We're going to head towards the next encounter. So what this one's going to be is a bunch of immune ogres that you can't do damage to. However, instead, you're going to run by them with this orb that we have to pick up. If you are getting lasered, if you die here, it's okay. You'll just respawn. And if you do die on this, like, secret boss here, I think you just spawn back here. You don't have to grab the light again. You just run back to the room and try to kill her again. Once we get down here, it says you are ready to complete your path. So we're going to go to the left. There should be a giant immune ogre somewhere over here to the left. Yep, there he is. So you see immune. It can be kind of annoying on this part. So what we need to do down here is reveal a path on this plate. So just hold your interact. These 3 platforms will spawn in. And just like that one part where we had to grab that light and interact on those dishes, same concept, except there's a bunch of ogres here. There's only 2 at the end, though, so... The ogre will shoot you, though. It's very annoying. You're going to grab the light. Try your best not to die to this ogre. This is when you want to use that jump and melee strat with this. And then, just send it. Don't even worry about where they are. Let's go this way, all the way to the right. You're going to see a doorway here with 2 plates. We're going to light them, or this ogre lights us. Once we light those, if that was too fast, it's just all the way to the right. There's 2 plates that you light. Just got to be kind of quick because these ogres will melt you. And then when you're in here, this is going to be the end of the mission and the exotic. So how this part works, if you have a good loadout, like a linear fusion rifle, a sniper, you could just stand here and bypass the mechanic and do damage. So what I'm going to do real quick is just get her as low as I can before I head in there. Because sometimes this is a very buggy mechanic, but I just want to show you guys how it works. But it is so easy if you just stand here and melt her, because it saves you the hassle of doing the mechanic. So I'll get her pretty weak. So how it works is I have Thunderous Dread. So this E symbol is kinetic weapon damage. Strand and stasis doesn't work, so make sure you don't have that on. The A symbol is going to be void damage. The T symbol, which is Thunderous Dread, is going to be art. And the X symbol is the Fiery Dread, which is solar. So since we have Thunderous Dread, I don't have an arc weapon, right? So what I would do is we would go in the middle here. We're going to grab this light, and the T symbol is down here on the bottom left. We're going to light our path. It says Thunderous Vengeance. So for 20 seconds, like 24 seconds, I can do damage to the boss, but only with arc damage. So if I shoot it with anything else, it's going to hit for immune. If you need to dunk the A symbol for the void damage, it's top left. Bottom right is going to be Fiery Dread, which is X. So we have Neutral Dread, which is this one right here, which is close right. So that is our kinetic weapon. So what I do is I would grab the light. I would go to the close right area. Dunk it. Now we have Neutral Vengeance, which is going to let us do kinetic damage. And we will kill the boss here. So same thing, if you have the Abyssal Dread, which is Void, or Fiery Dread, which is Solar, you would just grab the light here. Dunk on X for Solar. If it's Void, you dunk on A for Void damage. And once you do that, that is it. That is Xenophage in all its glory. All we need to do now is head over to the Sanctuary on the moon and talk to Erismorn to claim that exotic. And we claim it there, and that is how to get Xenophage in Destiny 2, The Edge of Fate. Now, if you do need help, once again, just come by the stream, kick.com/Triggs, and I'll help you get it. I try to keep this video as short as I could, but also kind of show people that might be new to the game everywhere they need to go and just cover everything. That way you're not left with any questions. If you do have any questions, though, do comment them down below, and I will help you figure it out. If you need help getting the weapon, come by the stream. That's it for the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Uppers.
Here in the sun.